internet connection. Oh, there's internet connection. All right, so we're live, and we just wanted to start a discussion now. I was actually in between just filming a course now, but Vince just walked in, and we got a question for all of you. And the question is, do you love money? So we're going to start off with the concept. Vince, do you love money?
Yeah, I love money.
Why?
Well, I prefer to have money than not having money. Do you remember being broke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I remember a time when, you know, you walk into a supermarket. Don't know if any of you have experienced this before. You walk into a supermarket and you pick up some meat, which is like the expensive meat. And then you walk to the counter and you're like, oh, okay, it's too expensive. So then you end up putting it back and then buying something cheaper. You done that before?
Have I done it before? I used to wait until the end of the day, when just before the supermarket would close. Yeah. Then I'll pick up all the reduced items. So I would make my pound stretch. So every day I'll be racking my brains how to get as much out of a pound coin as possible. That was quite a tough time. Yeah. I mean, are you happy living a life like that?
No, absolutely not. How about you guys, by the way? If you can hear me okay, just give me some thumbs up, type in some comments, because what Vince and I are going to do today, and what we want to do is kind of give some insights on what it is that you do. Like, do you love money? So just, if you can hear me okay, just type in yes.
Or what it takes to make money. Is making money bad? You know, I've had people coming to me saying, hey, you must be an evil bastard. What criminal activities do you undertake in order to become rich? You know, so I think we need to address some of these issues.
Yeah. You know, I remember one time I was at what was that? I was at a petrol station and I turned up in the Ferrari, and the guy turns on and says, "Oh, you do drugs in it." That's what he said to me.
But don't you?
Yeah.
Right. I thought you had a cannabis factory in Manchester.
Yeah. Someone turned my house into a cannabis factory. All right, guys. So if you can hear me okay, I don't know why if this is working or not working. Just type in yes if you can hear us okay, because there's no comments coming up. I'm trying to look for the comments on here. And let's have a look. We have some technical issues. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there.
We got some comments coming in, but we can't. Yeah, for some reason, we can see people joining, Mohammed Silva joining, but we can't actually.
Or maybe they don't love money, so they don't want to watch it.
Simon Wood says, yes, I can hear. Okay, good. Can you see the comments there as well?
I can see one comment. Got one comment coming in. Someone's asked, how do you know when you're actually rich?
How do you know when you have sinned? That's the Catholic priest at school who used to ask me, Vincent, how do you know when you've sinned? Well, I said, actually, when I feel that I've sinned, then I guess I've sinned. And then he gave me a sweet as a reward for that answer. Ingenious.
How do you know when you're rich? I don't know. How do you guys know when you're rich? I'm trying to look at two things at the same time.
It's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you feel rich, I mean, when you talk about rich, a lot of people automatically associate that with monetary value, money, coins, pound notes. But it could be moral wealth. It could be health. There's a saying that health is wealth. But when you're healthier, you're more likely to be wealthier because you have the energy to do more, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's up to you. If you feel broke, I'm sure you know it.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some insights. We have a little debate. So Vince and I have decided to kind of put this on for you and just really talk about some of the concepts. And I can't see any comments coming in here for some reason.
Is the internet?
The internet is on, but it's just not. We've got someone here says, Mohammed, I hate money.
Okay, so goodbye.
Why do you hate money? I mean, we live in a world of money, and everything that all the clothes you wear, all the food that you eat costs money. So if you're living in the world of money, you got to learn to play the game of money. So here's the thing. Have you had any negative stuff ever said to you about money before?
Yeah, I mean, I used to go with this chick. Couldn't believe I said that. She was an aspiring actress, and she was sort of doing odd part-time jobs, being paid in cash. But she was on such a moral high horse, always saying, I don't give a shit about money. I don't care. Money is evil, da-di-da-di-da. But she was always desperate for money, and she would do anything to. In fact, she even went on the dole illegally.
Right.
to claim money that she was entitled to.
Yeah.
So she had this need for money, and she's looking for ways, even breaking the law,
Yeah.
to get money. But yet she would say that I hate money. So I think there is a kind of hypocrisy there. It's a bit like people say, "Oh, I want children. I love the idea of having lots of kids, but I don't love them.
Yeah.
All right, I let them fend for themselves."
Yeah.
That's bullshit, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, any of you listening to what Vince and I are saying can relate to this. I was like, when I was a kid, someone said to me, "John, you know, if you have a lot of money, it means that you have to have done something really bad to get money." Can you all relate to this? If you can, then just type in yes. We're just reading your comments here.
Lola says, "I like money, but I don't love." I mean, I see where you're coming from. It feels like when I say I love money, straight away you're labeled as being greedy and there's something wrong with you. But the fact is, if you replace the word love with I am passionate about
Yeah,
making money and also what you do with the money. Because if you don't truly love something, the chances you don't get it. And that's why a lot of people who have issues here about the concept of money, that it is evil. You know, there's a saying that money is the root of all evil, right?
yeah.
No. I think it's the lack of money that's the root of evil, and my ex-girlfriend.
Well, here's the thing. I believe that, look, if everybody had money, do you think we'd have crime? Question.
Yes,
Why?
I think you still will.
No.
I think you still will.
No, another question is, why do people steal?
Because I had my Rolex stolen, my Hublot watch stolen, my Louis Vuitton bag stolen from my locker. Because some asshole felt that he had the right to take other people's property.
So why did he take it?
Because he was broke, I believe. Or he just felt that there was a quick way for him to acquire wealth without having to work for it.
Yeah.
So that's a moral corruption there. And there are a lot of these people around. If money is no longer a problem, I mean, do you steal? I mean, do I have the need to steal? No. But when we were broke, I mean, had it ever crossed our mind one time or another? Yeah. You know, when I was at school, at uni, there were kids who would go to a department store and nick stuff because they were broke.
Yeah.
Right? But now you don't feel the need to do it. So now you think about getting money and make use of the money you acquire for other things.
Yeah, I think you have to love money, because if you don't love money, you'll be the lack of money. You see, money is not the most important thing in the world, but you know what? It ranks pretty high there with oxygen. If you agree, type in yes. Type in yes. And do me a favor, by the way, this is a kind of a controversial topic, and the reason why, you know, literally I was just filming a course now, that's why there's a green screen there. You're like, why is there a green screen?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
But we thought we'd put this on because I know there's so many people that have a lot of negative feelings around money, and the fact is, if you're broke, it's probably because you have a bad relationship with money. So let me have a look at what other sayings you have. Simon says, can you teach kids how to manage money?
Yeah, I think so. But I think a lot of people teach people how to manage money, but they have no clue how to manage money themselves. For example, we all know some of these sayings like save bread for the rainy days. We've got this piggy bank here. So we teach our kids that saving money is good. But when was the last time you taught your kid that putting money in the bank, saving money in the bank will earn you sort of interest? In fact, you should learn how to invest your money to make more money.
Yeah.
So I think some of these old ways of doing things have actually ingrained in our subconscious mind.
Yeah.
And so while growing up, we believe that, you know, saving is the only way. You can't make any other income. Trading or investing are risky. And love of money is bad. But in fact, trust me, if you don't love money, that's probably the reason why you're broke.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, one of the things that we do with our cousins is you give them one of these, like a little piggy bank, and they put money in there, and you say to them, when I come back next year, whatever is in this piggy bank, I'll give you double of what's in this piggy bank. So it teaches them to invest money rather than spend it all the time. I want all of you, because we're live right now, I want you to leave some comments, because I can't see the comments on the screen, but I can see it from my laptop here. And let me know some of the questions or feelings you have about money. And it could be you love money, you hate money. Maybe there's some experiences that you had in your life that caused you to hate money. I remember one time I saved up. My parents used to give me like £3 every day, and I always wanted this computer, so I saved up all the money for about a month, and I saved a lot of money because I wanted to buy this computer console. And what I'd do is I'd take out my drawer, and underneath my drawer, that's where I'd put the money. And one day I went back, and all the money was gone. Right? And of course, who had took my money? My mum had taken my money, because I still to this day, I don't even know what she'd done with that money.
Well, if you were a Cypriot citizen living in Cyprus 10 years ago, if you had left money in your bank, that would have happened to you, and the person who took your money was the government.
Yeah.
So how safe is your saving?
Exactly. And that's why you should never save money for a rainy day. You must invest money for a rainy day. Tuco, do we have any questions?
Yes, we have Bob from Newcastle,
Yeah.
who says, if money is not the most important thing, what is there that's more important than money?
Well, I think there are a lot of things that are more important than money, because I'm not saying that money is the only thing. I'm saying that money, like you always say to me, money solves the problems that not having money creates.
Yeah.
Right? So I think I'd rather have money that will pay for my medical bills when I'm ill. I can do good things with other people. I can better other people's lives. And I think a lot of people have good intention about helping other people, but they can't even help themselves. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
You think you have a choice, you don't, right? And I think some of the most charitable people, they end up being very broke and died penniless, and no one actually took pity on them. And that's the reality of life.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, someone just put here, Simon, by the way, if you've got anything we're talking about, do me a favour and share this Facebook Live right now so we can answer a lot of these questions. Simon says...
Oh, that's my brother-in-law from Denmark. Hey, Michael.
Someone talked about, Benny Chung talks about IPO.
No, this is not about IPO.
Yep.
Well, if you invest in an IPO, you'll become rich.
Yep. So teach families where divorces take money from many people's lives. Anyone you met before who've been in a relationship and went through a divorce and
one of my best friends, he'd been working very hard for 26 years in the city, saving a lot of money, investing in property. He was a money broker for a very big city firm, and then what happened? His wife walked out on him with 2 children and half his wealth.
Wow.
And she was a nurse, and not that I have anything against nurses, of course not. My mum is in hospital right now, thanks to the nurses who took care of her. What I'm saying is that she would have never ever had the opportunity to just retire on 2-3 million pounds from a divorce settlement.
Right.
So that is rather sad.
What do you think about, obviously we hear stories of this happening a lot, where people get married to rich people and then they divorce very quick. In fact, funny enough, Jen was telling me a story that somebody just got married and on that night they divorced. So what's your feelings on this? I mean, do you think it's right to find somebody who's got a lot of money, marry them and then divorce and take half the wealth? Or what's your opinion on like protecting the wealth, like if you get married, prenups?
I don't think prenups actually are worth the paper it's written on these days. I think you see a lot of cases where the judge actually rules against any sort of prenup agreements prior. So I would just marry very carefully, all right? Especially a lot of guys. Well, at the same time, now you can see that there is money, things that money can't buy. For example, true love. Yeah. Right? You can definitely have a very good time with money, and you can do your sex, drugs, rock and roll, but true love, good health. But then there's also a correlation between poor, broke people and health. People who are not so well off, they tend to have more illnesses. So I guess it's all interrelated, isn't it?
We've got Josie here, says, I love money, I just never know how to save money and make it go further.
We've got a question from Joe, and he wants to know, is there any kind of business you wouldn't do for money?
It's interesting. It's interesting. The amount of time we've been approached by interesting business models that, even though they make a lot of money, I don't know what your thoughts are on this. If a business is a little bit interesting, and he makes a lot of money, but it's not quite. I wouldn't say not ethical, but people look at it.
Oh,
and
it could be bordering on criminality, right?
Yeah.
Look, bro, how many times have we turned down businesses where we just don't like the person because it comes across as an asshole?
Yeah.
I think in my business, over the years, I always say to people, firstly, you do whatever it takes, right? Secondly, if it is not illegal, you may consider doing it. But thirdly, you have to be ethical. So I think ethical issues are quite a personal one. What is ethical to you is like how rich do you have to be in order for you to be happy?
Yeah.
These are things that you decide.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Someone's asking, they're in Thailand, can they invest in our IPO from Thailand?
too late.
It's too late now. Today is the last day, so if you haven't gone in, I've sent a lot of emails and a lot of webinars and I sent a lot of text messages. I put a lot of messages out there, and we gave people the last opportunity yesterday. So if you missed out, sorry. Maybe next time, if there's a next time, which is probably won't be.
Our next company?
Yes. Okay. Is binary option trading invest money? Is it true or is it a scam?
No idea what binary options are.
It's like Forex.
Well, Forex. Yeah. Look, Forex is not a scam. All right. The only reason why people lose money on Forex is because they're crap traders.
Agree, yes or no?
Right.
Agree, yes or no?
If Forex is a scam, then you would not be exchanging money at the airport when you go abroad.
Yeah.
The Bank of England or the investment banks would not be trading Forex because it is illegal or a scam, right? Forex or any other investments is how you conduct them. That makes it fraudulent or not. I mean, the system itself is not a fraud. It's what people do with it that becomes fraudulent. Yeah, so people lose money and then they straight away point fingers and say Forex is a scam.
You know, it's interesting because a lot of people, they go to conferences, seminars, and they see someone talking about a money-making strategy, and the first thing that comes into their mind is a scam. Why do they say that?
Well, I think maybe some people have been scammed before, one time or another. It's been like once upon a time you had a really bad relationship. So all the future relationships, all the ladies that you come across are going to be ending up, bad. Yeah. Right? If you have that mindset, then you will never find true love. So I guess just like anything you do. I had a doctor once upon a time. He was a complete screwed up personality. He was on drugs himself. I mean, when I stopped going to doctors and label all doctors being drug addicts, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I just think sometimes when people, and this will happen to all of you, you'll go to a lot of these events, you'll watch videos, you'll watch Facebook Lives, you'll be following some people, and the moment you tell your friends about it, I watched this thing where you can buy a house without using any money, or I can make money from my phone, or I can start a business and earn an income passively, they'll tell you it's a scam because they don't understand it themselves.
Yeah, or they hear from their friends, and they base their conclusion on sort of preconceived ideas, something they conjure up. I think the best thing to do is to trust your own judgment. Maybe go to one of these seminars or events, figure it out for yourself. But of course, when you hear something like, I can do a no money down deal, without understanding the full context around it, it sounds too good to be true. Yeah. But just because someone else has said so, maybe you should see for yourself.
Three sides of the story. There is
my side.
There is
their side.
And there is the
truth, which is my side.
Right. You got that? Yeah. By the way, if you just joined, let me know where you're dialing in from. I can't see the comments on the screen for some reason. If you enjoyed this, by the way, give me some thumbs up, give me some love hearts, and make sure you hit the share button because I want more people to know about this. It's an interesting topic. So we got Rain Man Brown. Sometimes it feels like this is a taboo talk about
That's
money.
That's why we're talking about it.
But money is important in our everyday life. Enjoy money and make the money because it's no way of making money is easy. So that's another thing. Is making money easy? Is there a such thing as a get rich quick?
Yeah, if you're born by lottery in a really wealthy family, or you've inherited a large sum of money, then yes. But here's the thing. I mean, what do you class as easy or hard? I mean, we do what we do on a daily basis because we've been doing for many years. It's become the very sort of fabric of our existence, and we do it, and we expect shit to happen. We expect things to go wrong, and we deal with them. And is it hard? Yes, I guess it is hard. But if you don't do it, then you have an easy life. Is it easy? No, I think an easy life is bloody hard, if you ask me. If I have to stay at home doing nothing just to watch telly, that's bloody hard. So I wouldn't consider making money. So in that case, it goes back to the beginning. So how do you make making money easier? That's when you actually love the idea of making money. If you are passionate about making money, you know why you need to make money, then it becomes much more easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Do you got any?
We've got a question from Joanna who wants to find out, apart from investing in property and in assets, what else do rich people do with money?
Oh well, there's I remember being in the tube, right, and I picked up the Sunday Times Rich List. I was just creating a video on this before Vince walked in. And there's 4 things that people invest in. Number 1, property. 2, intellectual property. 3, some kind of paper asset. And 4, some kind of business. So right now, for a lot of you who are thinking, okay, you want to make more money, then you need to learn how to do that. In fact, I'd highly recommend you join Wealth Dragons Online. Wealth Dragons Online has got a lot of step-by-step training videos on how to make additional income, start businesses, invest in property, trade, stocks, whatever it is. Right, and also because a lot of you follow Vince and I on social media, we give every single one of you a 7-day free trial. If you like a 7-day free trial, type in yes. We got. By the way, if you just joined, say hi, and I'll give you guys a shout out. So we got Marina Long, Mohammed. It is so complicated now.
What was complicated?
Making money.
No, I think it gets easier. If you love something, then it gets easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit like working out, isn't it, John? If you enjoy lifting weights and exercising and running, and you truly love it, then it's not that hard. In fact, you feel uneasy when you don't go.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Let me bring this one out here. So what I want to do is, I've just done that. It's disappeared too quick. All right.
We've got another question here.
Yeah.
Tony sent in and said, why can't everybody be rich?
I think everybody can be rich, but is everybody willing to do what it takes to become rich? Look, was it Bill Gates who said, if you were born rich, if you're born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, it's your fault. Everyone has free will. Maybe not everyone has equal opportunities, but I think we could always be more proactive to be a little bit more richer. So if the world is so unequal, then how do you explain some multi-billionaires coming from some of the most deprived, poor countries, right? So I think there are opportunities everywhere. It's available to most people.
Well, I think also, Vince, that a lot of people are just not serious. Like, they don't want it bad enough. They say they want it, they talk about it, they yap, and they just dabble.
Yeah, right? And then they have a go at people who've got money. And no, there's some people who have a go at people who are poorer than them, and they have a go at people who are richer than them. They're always like just moaning, and that really gets under my skin.
Yeah. End of the day, you're either making money, you're losing money, or you're holding on to money, right? Whatever your feelings about liking money, not liking money, loving money, not loving money, the fact is that money still runs your life. Would you agree?
Right. I do agree.
No money, you can't eat. You can't, fend for your kids.
Does having money make you an asshole?
No, absolutely not.
Right.
In fact,
that's what some people think.
In fact, Vince and I wrote this book called The Wealth Dragon Way. One of the things we talk about in here is we talk about moral wealth, meaning that I believe that money just makes you more of the person of who you are. So if you are a a-hole, then it's going to make you more of that. But if you're a kind person, you're a generous person, then it makes you more. I mean, look at all the richest people in the world. People like Bill Gates, people like Mark Zuckerberg. What are they all doing with the money?
Well, they give it all back.
Give it all back, right? So what we say is that the more money you have, the more money you can give. The more money you have, the bigger impact that you can make. Would you agree, yes or no?
It amplifies the person that you already are. If you're an a-hole, then you'll be a bigger a-hole. If you're a charitable person, you become much more so. Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but money doesn't make you anything. It's you make money what it is.
Yeah. What kind of business makes easy money?
Yeah, you'd hire a gun somewhere from the dark web and then walk into a bank and say, robbery!
You know, there's no such thing as easy money. Like, you got to work for it. Anyone who tells you that it's easy to make money is lying to you, right? Do you know anyone? All our friends, all the people around us who are very wealthy, they all work.
You know,
right?
I really hate this get-rich-quick mindset.
Yeah.
There are easier ways to avoid mistakes by educating yourself, obviously, to learn from other people, to be more intelligent, right? But just because you're learning the things that you need to do in order to become wealthier does not mean you're getting rich quicker.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
It means that your journey is going to be much more successful along the way. You still have setbacks. You still have to overcome problems. But this get-rich-quick stuff is just not for me. I don't know what you think about that.
Well, if you've... It's the mindset, isn't it? It's the mindset that people have. Like, it's kind of like they want to have the baby without the pain, right? They want to get a six-pack without going to the gym. They want to get in shape without sacrificing your diet. There is some sacrifice that you have to make. And unfortunately, if you don't make the sacrifices, then you'll never get the results in life. So you've got to do something that's going to get you something else. You change the results by changing your strategy. You keep doing the same thing over again, you get the same results. All right? Hard work is money making. Yeah, it is. It is.
But at the same time, I don't consider myself working that hard. I mean, I just moved house, and there is 4 guys with two trucks, and they literally lifted everything to my house. There's pianos, huge beds, wardrobes, and they work non-stop. And these guys worked hard.
Yeah.
I think they worked 10 times harder than me. But are they worth 10 times more than me? Definitely not. So I think hard work has to be balanced with some sort of intelligence there. You need to know where to apply your hard work. It's not just brute force that will get you wealth.
Yeah.
It's almost like saying, if you want to make more money, do overtime.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, and that's what people do. They want to make more money. They get they get more jobs. They have less time, and they have less time. They don't have a life. And in fact, if you want to make more money, you have to be able to have what we call multiple streams of income. And that's why I've given all of you today a 7-day free trial to Wealth Dragons Online. In fact, in the comments section, I don't know, Tuko, can you see the comments?
I can see the comments, yeah.
Yeah, no, can you see Wealth Dragons Online?
Yes, subscribe now and get access to training courses on business.
Yeah, so if you click that, go to the next page, put in your details, and then access all the training programs that will show you exactly how to do all of this stuff. By the way, if you like this, give me some thumbs up. Give me some love hearts, comment yes, and do me a favor, bottom left-hand corner, share this with other people so other people can really learn from this as well.
Yes,
all right.
One question from Stacey, and she says Stacey's, her and her family have always been working class.
Yeah.
And her daughter's just about to pick her options for GCSE, so she wants to find out what subjects would you recommend?
Same as my daughter. I think you have to do English and maths, which are required curriculum. I don't think it really matters. GCSE subjects don't actually make you an entrepreneur. It'll make you smarter, definitely, to give you a bit more grounding, understanding history and geography and the tyranny of Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin, and you learn about different things in the world, which is good. It gives you some grounding. But what sets you apart if you want to acquire wealth? You either have to become a great investor or you have to become a great entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And what separates normal people from entrepreneurs is that entrepreneurs are willing to live in uncertainty. I mean, a lot of people want to know things in advance, what the outcome is. I don't know from day to day what's going to happen. We get paid by results only. You don't get the results, you don't get paid. And you don't get paid, you don't get to feed your family. So you learn very fast, and you're willing to take that risk, right? But if you're willing to get over that mental barrier, the sky's the limit. I'll give you an example. Our driver, Sarge, he used to work for a cab company, earning a meager wage. But over the years, he'd been hearing our conversations in the car, you know, going back and forth all around the country. He decided to start his own business. And what happened? Now he's got a company with over 30 drivers working for him, all right? that's because he said the one thing that stopped him from doing that before was fear of losing that security, fear of not having that salary coming in every single month. And he picked up a lot of tips from us, and now he's hugely successful. He owns property, and he's not quite a millionaire, but he's got hundreds of thousands of pounds of equity in his home. I would consider him wealthy with 2 healthy children. He no longer has to worry about getting fired tomorrow or not getting work, etc. So is that handling your fear that will set you apart from other people?
I've got another. Mohammed Abraham said, "Is it true dress code helps you make more money?"
What? Dress code?
Yeah, let me tell you a story. One of my students came to one of the Wealth Dragons events, and he used to dress in a hoodie, t-shirt, jeans, and shoes. And I said to him, right, this time, just wear a suit and watch what happens. So this time, because he was coming to the event by train, and when he walked to the gate, they'd always stop him and say, "Can I see your ticket?" When he wore a suit, he'd walk straight through the barriers and they wouldn't ask him for a ticket. Now, I'm not saying that, you always have to dress in a nice suit. I mean, I'm not always in a suit, right? I'm in a suit today because I'm filming a course for Wealth Dragons Online. But the goal here is that it's when you dress, you always say that you should always wear your best clothes. You should always be proud. You shouldn't be scared to spend, a couple of £1,000 on a suit. Because when you do that, you're internally saying that you're worth it. I think a lot of times the reason why people are not rich is because they don't believe that they're rich. You've got to be able to see it in here before you can see it here. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head there. A lot of people don't spend money on themselves. They spend money on other people, which is great, but you don't spend money on yourself. One, you think no one is going to care. I'm married, I've got kids, I do the school run, I go to work, I see the same old people. You just don't feel that you're worth investing money or spending money on. And in fact, when you wear your best clothes and you invest yourself a very nice suit, for example, when you put it on, you feel amazing. It's a different kind of energy vibration, right? Yeah. Normally when I go to negotiate a deal, a business deal, I put on my best suit. I feel amazing. Your confidence levels just rises automatically. Yeah. And then you're more likely to have a more positive outcome. So you don't dress for other people, you dress to make yourself feel like $1 billion.
Yeah, in fact, there's actually a course on Wealth Dragons Online called Branding for Confidence, and for a lot of you, the reason why you're not making money is because you're not confident in doing it. So that's the first thing you got to change. A lot of people say to me, "John, what have I got to do to become a millionaire?" Right? And I say to them, that's the wrong question. You shouldn't be asking what you got to do to become a millionaire. What you should be asking is, who do I have to become a millionaire? That's the journey on how you get there. Would you agree with that? If you agree, give me some likes, give me some thumbs and love hearts.
But going back to the original question about money, is it bad? There is this negative connotation and association.
But why
with money.
though? Why is there so much negativity around money?
But then those people who don't have money are also some of the most negative people I've ever come across. They were nagging, they're moaning and bitching and whining and pointing fingers at people. And they moan about not having money, and then they blame the society, saying that I am entitled to this, and they start blaming immigrants, start blaming the government. Why? How about just taking ownership for once? That if my wealth is my responsibility.
Yeah. And right? I know a lot of people, they're relying on the government, they're relying on their employees, but really, you want to create true wealth in your life, you've got to take ownership, you've got to be responsible. Would you agree? If you agree, type in yes. All right, I know you need to go soon. Tuko, any other questions?
Yes, Jack sent in a question. He wants to find out, how did you feel when you found out you made your first million?
Oh God, that was, for me, it just happened. It was just kind of there. It wasn't something we were instinctively thinking of. What we focused on, here's one thing I actually learned from you. You said you focus on money, you don't get money. You focus on value, you get money. And in fact, I just watched an interview with Bill Gates. And when he was interviewed, they said, "Oh, Bill, did you know you'd become a billionaire?" And he said, "Well, no, because I was just focusing on what I did." And he said, and they said, what was the defining moment that made you a billionaire? And he made his first billion at the age of 30, right? And he said, it was when my company went IPO. It's when he took his company public, and then he couldn't understand why there was so much value because he spent so much time making it the best of what it could be. So, Jack, to answer your question, you don't focus on the money, you focus on the value, and then the money will follow.
And to be honest with you, once you've made enough money to buy back your time, you don't have to work anymore. You've got so much time to start reassessing yourself as a person and reestablishing your likes and dislikes and your passion. Then you already start to feel rich. When you have a lot of money in the bank, you start to feel secure. I think there's this hierarchy of needs and satisfaction. And there comes a time when you realize, okay, I've got so much money now that if I make another 100,000, it's not going to make any difference. I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger many years ago, he said to a reporter, this reporter asked him, hey Arnie, how much are you worth? He said, well, I'm worth right now about $300 million, but when I was worth $40 million, I was just as happy.
Awesome, right. John Goddard. John, a great question from Gunab. I get all the time. I have no money. How can I invest? I think Vincent answered this. And you cut out the things you don't need, but so many won't admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, John, great comment there. A lot of people say that they don't have money, but then you look at what's in your attic or your bedroom, you find that a lot of things that have been purchased were money that you used to buy these things that were pretty useless. Gadgets, toys, expensive cars, holidays you spend, clothes that you don't need. People actually borrow money that they don't have to buy things that they don't need.
Yeah.
Right? So when they say that they don't have money, a lot of people mean that after my Sky package, my expensive Nike trainers, and my mobile phones, I am broke. Right? So they have the priorities completely wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to really start all over again, I would do whatever it takes. Firstly, I would sell the hell out of everything that I've got to raise as much capital as possible. I'll sell my mobile phone, I'll sell my shoes. I probably won't sell my mum to anybody, but I will just liquidate my so-called assets, which are more liabilities, and use as capital to buy something that someone would pay more money for. So now I have capital to stock up something that I can sell to make a profit.
Yeah.
So when you can make your first about £1,000 profit, now you potentially have a business. But you're gonna have to start somewhere. Most people just moan and whine and say they don't have money. The number of people I've come across saying, oh, I don't have money to invest in this or that or my education or any investment. But the next thing is they're posting bloody pictures on Facebook on a cruise.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Right?
How many times have you asked your friends to go out somewhere and they tell you, they use this phrase, I can't afford it. And the next thing you know, they're going out buying things that cost 10 times more than what it would have cost to go out. Bobby's asked, is your phone not an asset though? Well, here's the thing. Right now, I'm using my phone and Vince is...
I don't have to buy an iPhone X. I could use a Nokia, whatever.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
I mean, we use our phones to get our message out to the world to make an impact. You know, we've had a lot of experience in business. We've made our millions and now we're taking our company public. You know, we want to really share the wisdom with all of you. And that's why, you know, as much as we can, we want to do this more often. By the way, have you guys enjoyed this? If you have, type in yes. And do me a favor, share this as well so other people get to also enjoy this as well.
So we have a question in from Luke, and Luke wants to find out, once you made all your money, how do you stay focused and clear-minded considering all the new temptations that life has to throw at you?
All right, here's one thing I learned from Warren Buffett. If you buy things you don't need, you'll have to sell things that you do need. Pretty good, right?
Wise man,
Wise
words.
Yeah, it's come from a billionaire. What are the new up-and-coming areas to put money in as per real estate in the UK? From Goswill.
Yeah, well, if I told you that you could invest in this particular area, it would go up by 20%. Should you believe me? You know, in fact, if you ask 5 different economists from 5 different investment banks, the aftermath of Brexit, what's going to happen, you'll get 5 very different versions of predictions, right? So in successful property investing is not about speculation. It's about making money when you buy. You want to look for assets that are trading at below the market value.
Yeah.
That's a skill you need to acquire.
That's how Warren Buffett made his money. He
Right,
actually
it's
he spends 6 to 8 hours a day reading and company. Actually, one of the things that Warren Buffett said, if you take a hole puncher and you punch 20 holes into a card, he says if all you did was just make 5 investment decisions and they were the right ones, it'd make you multi-millionaire. And think about it, if you'd invested in Facebook, Google, Amazon, Twitter, Netflix, you'd be worth millions now, right? But of course, a lot of you didn't. Tuba says, "Can I invest in today?" Oh, it's over, isn't it?
No, it's you can invest by midnight.
Midnight, okay. Yeah, Tuba, just make sure you contact Marcus. All people aspire to get a lot of money, but the proportion of the rich, in the words, is very few.
Yeah,
All habits of the comfort zone of each person having an impact on it.
First part, you're right. I think
Welling.
in the United States, 1% of population controls 90% of the wealth.
Yeah.
Which is disproportionate. I think those people who are classed as super rich, according to physics standards, are different types of rich people. I think that's rather insane. But again, you have to decide how rich you want to be. But the message here is that everyone could become richer than you are
Right
now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So whether it's going to be in health, relationships, or monetary wealth, you can do something about it. And being rich is not something you're born with. A lot of people think that you're born rich. Is impossible. Even whatever situation you're in, it's impossible for you to become rich because you work 9 to 5, you have a family to feed. Trust me, most entrepreneurs who are very successful are self-made, and they start with absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just a bag of determination and do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So it depends what you want.
Yeah. We got SJP says, talking about money, everyone love it, depend on people. Poor people use muscle.
Oh,
What does that say?
muscle.
Get money. Rich people or educate person
Use the
their
mind.
mind to get money. Oh yeah. So meaning that.
You
use
use your
it,
body
yeah,
and
yeah.
brute force.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, there will come a time when you can no longer rely on your body to shift heavy boxes,
Yeah.
right? But your mind could probably go on until way beyond. Look at Rupert Murdoch. He's over 90. He's got over a young woman, and he's still running a huge empire. You know, not the most admirable person there is out there, but he keeps going because your mind goes on.
Yeah. Tabaru, if you just go to www.wdipo.com, I think today is your last day to invest. So wdipo.com. If you go to that link, it's not hyperlinked, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, if you just click on that link, let us know what you'd like to invest, and we'll go from there.
Any more comments?
Okay, we'll take the last one, because I know you need to go. Last question to go.
Yes, what industries from Stephen excite you the most?
Definitely for me, technology, and for you, Vince.
The one that makes money.
There you got it. So guys, if you enjoyed this, did you enjoy this? If you did, then give me some thumbs up, and give me some likes, and love hearts, and comment yes. And let me know, we want to run this more often, so we'd like to know what topics you would like us to discuss. So I want you to comment below to let us know what topics you'd like us to discuss. And do me a favor as well, in the bottom left hand corner there's going to be a share button. Share this button with everybody, and share this video with everybody, so we can really touch more lives and make a bigger impact. It's John Lee, the author of The Wealth Dragging Away, and
Vincent Wong, the author of Property Entrepreneur.
bye for now.
Bye.